I can only speak for myself, but what I write and how I write is done to save my own life. And I mean that literally. For me, literature is a way of knowing that I'm not hallucinating, that whatever I feel, know, is. Barbara Christian. She was a writer, mother, lover, and more. On December 12, 1943, Barbara Teresa Christian was born in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands to Ruth and Alfonso Christian. She grew up in a big family with 3 sisters and 2 brothers. Barbara was a child prodigy and even attended Marquette University, located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, at age 15. She graduated cum laude in 1963. Soon, she moved to New York City and received her master's and PhD from Columbia University. Her PhD was in contemporary British and American literature. Barbara has often said she chose Columbia due to how close it was located to Harlem. She was friends with Langston Hughes, who was a central figure in the Harlem Renaissance. She was the author and editor of over 100 published articles and reviews. In 1980, she released both Black Women Novelists, The Development of Tradition, and Teaching Guide to Accompany Black Foremothers. In 1985, she released Black Feminist Criticisms, Perspectives on Black Women Writers. The book was comprised of 17 essays. The essays were written from 1975 to 1984. She published A Race for Theory in 1987, one of her most notable works. Barbara dedicated herself to the future generation. She lectured at the City College of the City University of New York in 1965. In 1971, she became the assistant professor at UC Berkeley. That same year, she helped found the University Without Walls. This was a space for people of color to experience an alternative education that provides them with the diversity in the classroom. She was a major component in creating the African American Studies Department, where she taught from 1972 until her death. She was a professor of African American Studies at the University of California at Berkeley, where she was a chairwoman of that department from 1978 to 1983. And then she chaired the campus Ethnic Studies doctoral program from 1986 to 1989. She was the first Black woman at UC Berkeley to be granted tenure in 1987, and the first Black woman to be promoted to full professor in 1986. Some of her awards and achievements are: in 1983, she received the American Book Award. In 1991, she received the Distinguished Teaching Award and was the first Black woman to do so. In 1992, she received the Louise Patterson African American Studies Award. In 1995, she received the Gwendolyn Brooks Center Award. And in 2000, she received the University of California, Berkeley citation for distinguished achievement. Barbara died on June 25, 2000 from lung cancer at age 56 in her home. She was survived by her stepson and a daughter and her husband. But her life lives on in her work that is still read and cherished to this day, even 20 years later.